And we're live!
Yay!
Hello! Isn't that such a fun little ditty? I love our intro. Big thanks to Embrent Elir for that.
Awesome.
So cool.
Um,
Greetings, everyone!
Hello.
Hello! Welcome to Worldbuilders Weekly.
We have new faces and new pictures and everything. Well, not new face. It's your same face that you've had before. But
It's
we don't
the
usually see
same
you on this side of the
face.
camera. Jamie, you're usually behind the scenes making things work. So thanks for coming on and helping me co-host while Zay is off on assignment.
Abandoned us.
We already have a question in the chat. Will Pat be doing fundraiser streams this November or December? I'm glad you asked that question. The answer is an enthusiastic yes, absolutely. We have a huge something to look forward to is the theme of our fundraise because we could use something to look forward to. And there's a bit of distance in my sound. That's interesting. I wonder if I'm using my right microphone. No, I'm using the wrong microphone.
How's
Good
that?
catch.
It's my now professional.
Ooh, that sounds so much nicer.
Well,
Very
thank
good.
you. Thank you, Jeannie.
Thanks, Jeannie. Production assist.
Yes, and a happy Not Monday. Oh my God, do I ever need a Not Monday? Today?
Volume up.
But yes, that is our hashtag. Something to look forward to. S2LF2. We are pretty much when we're not occasionally doing cool things in the store. We are getting ready for it. We will be having Pat streaming on most days. It's going to start out with a 14-hour marathon stream on Pat's stream. That's
True.
Twitch.tv /Patrick Rothfuss, I believe. And here on the Worldbuilders channel, I will be I'll be hosting on weekdays 11s with Worldbuilders. And then Zay will be having some various Worldbuilders After Dark. If you've been to some of her other ones, those are some always fun times. We have a whole slew of guests coming on. We have panels that are going to happen. Some we have already figured out. We have a polyamory panel that's planned. That's hard to say fast.
A planned polyamory panel.
Well, there's a difference between polyamory panel planned and planned polyamory.
It's true. It's not a planned polyamory panel.
Unplanned polyamory happens also.
A predicted polyamory panel.
Predicted polyamory.
Don't pen in your planner. Pen in your planner. The predicted polyamory panel. There you go.
Precisely. And then at the where we have a telethon, a genuine 1965 telethon that's going to be hosted by Gideon Marcus. We are going to have music from Marion Call and other performers. What else do we have going? Satine Phoenix, Satine and the Sirens will be doing a D&D game that'll be streamed. Jamie will be running a D&D game that'll be streamed.
I will be.
And we are going to be, as part of the Worldbuilders end of year fundraiser, we're also having the Celebrity Charity Die 20 that Satine does every year. Will be happening with our help on the 12th. So yeah, we're very D&D heavy today. Yes, or this particular fundraiser. But yeah, the theme is to be something to look forward to. Yeah, and Jokester, those are just the things that we have right now. We are literally planning lots of more stuff. So
we figure something this year needs lots of things to look forward to, and that's what we're trying to deliver. So especially this year, the answer to your question is yes, we will be doing fundraising streaming.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
In fact, Essence of Aaron gave us something to look forward to and gave us a preview of one of the prizes that he is currently building. And we are going to be showing off some of that in the future as well. So thank you, Aaron. Lots of fun things ahead. And you know what? None of what we just talked about was on the script.
I even left the banner in welcome because that's part of our welcome today.
Yeah.
All right. So the
I'll give you something to look forward to. Oh man.
That's after dark content. That's after dark content.
This is after dark content. I'm going to resist making the obvious joke that I could make coming back at you there, Aaron. But we'll talk about it.
The script is a lie.
Oh,
wow, good call
one
out.
that has to do with your hobby and one that has to do with biblical references. So anyway, hey, look at that really cool picture of a book. I'm hoping is on there.
Nope, you're one ahead.
Not there yet?
We still haven't talked about the international shipping deadline.
Oh, look at that.
That's number one on our list because it is coming up very quickly. It's a swift deadline. It is 2 days from now, right? Time works that way. Hopefully still works that way. But if you have those international orders, if you want to ship your awesome geeky gifts internationally, the last day we can mostly guarantee that it'll get there on time is the 29th. So get your wine or scotch or beverage of choice, get your comfies on and like binge some online shopping and then like check it off your list for the year. It's just a good idea. It's just a nice evening for you. So that's my gift to you is the shipping deadline.
Yes.
2 days either feels like 1 week or 2 hours. So plan your holiday shopping accordingly.
I think one of the openings to Beth's things was that this is the 537th day of March.
Yes.
Day or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. All right,
so
now.
Can I talk about Max over Axe now?
Now you can talk about Max over Axe.
So there's this awesome guy. His name's Kanan Grau. He is a Canadian cartoonist, an artist, and he's been doing a webcomic at occasionalcomics.com for quite a while called Max over Axe. It is now available in our store. I read all over your stuff, didn't I?
No.
We got to fulfill his Kickstarter to do book 2. And in order to do that, we actually got the ability to sell book 2 exclusively here in the US. So if you would like to have volumes 1 and 2 of his webcomic, it is amazing, especially, and I say this on a personal note, as someone who has done lots of theater and performance, and as someone who has raised kids or been that kid. It's hilarious. It's a little kid who basically, it's like, imagine Sir Patrick Stewart as a kid. I mean, but a funny, ridiculous kid. Yeah,
That's
Calvin
a very
and
good
Hobbes
pitch, Greg.
as played by Sir Patrick Stewart. Maybe that would be the way to put it. It's hilarious. It's funny. And you can get both volumes 1 and 2 in the store.
Mm-hmm. I like the name of volume 2, Very Important Parties. It just has a good weight to it.
Yes.
So
if you miss Calvin and Hobbes, you should definitely check out Max over Axe.
It's a good vibe.
It will definitely help out with that.
So the next exciting new thing on our list is an old Worldbuilders tradition. It's time, everyone. It's that time of year for the Karen Hallian art calendar, which is so beautiful. I don't know if anybody in chat has had one in the past. You can see some, or at least I've seen some of the images of the old one tinkering around on the store. But she does incredible art. And this calendar runs from January to January. It's a 13-month calendar. So get your 2021 calendar. It'll go through January 2022, which sounds like a fake time, but we'll get there eventually.
You're just making that up now.
It's going to have a lot of little squares. And if you want those squares to correlate with time, you can put it on your wall. But the great thing about this art calendar, and you'll see we're doing a couple different art calendars, what I love about them is it is one straight edge and sharp X-Acto blade away from being an art print. So you're getting so much bang for your buck, especially with the full calendar, because that's 13 prints for the price of a calendar. Plus, aforementioned little time squares. So a quick, easy frame job, and you have a bunch of beautiful, beautiful art in your home as well. So I'm really excited for this calendar. I really love the sketch or the Pixar short that this is from. It's called I Lava You. I love it. Or that's part of it. But yeah, Karen Hallian calendar is now available. Pre-order it.
Scoys, nobody puts Julia in the corner. Okay?
No one puts Julia in the corner.
No one puts Julia in the corner.
You do have a tardy slip and have to stay after, though, and draw us things. Go into your drawing cage, Julia.
I do have her calendar in my office. Unfortunately, it's my office at the regular building, so I don't have one here at home as well. But yeah. Her work is amazing. And my partner recently put up all 5 of her Remarkable Women prints framed in archival glass and things like that. It was great. So, yeah. Who thought they saw a Dracus?
I did a little visual preview just to see who was actually watching the screen. You know, see who's listening, who's watching. Oh my God, okay. Gray, you've been attacked! All right, everybody, prepare yourselves.
Here we have it. It's story time.
It's story time.
We are going to tell you the legend of the Dracus. So cuddle up, sit down. As recorded by Captain Macbeth, a long time ago, aka 2018, in a kingdom far, far away, aka Stevens Point,
a humble kingdom, aka Worldbuilders, designed and created the world's cutest Dracus plushies. The kingdom's people, aka chat, were overjoyed with the new addition and adopted them home in droves.
But then, one cold and rainy night, probably not actually what the weather was like, Worldbuilders got some terrible news. A new shipment of baby Dracus was being held captive by an evil monster, aka Customs.
Evil Customs. Until one... Oh, wait, nope. Skipped ahead in the story. Hold on. We can't miss this part. Worldbuilders gnashed their teeth and waved their arms. Probably not really, but actually really. And demanded the evil monster release the baby Dracus.
Release the Dracus!
But try as they might, the evil monster was loath to relinquish the baby Dracopods to Worldbuilders.
For 3 long centuries, or 2 years, the baby Dracuses were held captive by the evil monster.
Ganashed, sorry. Ganache. That goes on
I like
cake.
ganache. I think ganache is really good.
Until one day, a brave and shining knight, aka Mike, our warehouse manager, or warehouse wizard as I call him, a golden wyvern delivered a magical message. It was actually just a phone call. That the evil monster was ready to release the baby Dracus.
Release the Dracus!
They were already being transported to the kingdom of Worldbuilders.
Oh, rapturous joy! The kingdom was overcome with happiness. Soon, the inhabitants of the kingdom, that's you, will be able to adopt these lovable beasts.
The kingdom, aka us, we're the kingdom of Worldbuilders, is ready to send these babies to their new homes. You can adopt, or purchase, your very own Dracus plushie, and even get a bundled art print along with it.
And then we also have other things as well you'll find on the Worldbuilders page. But here's the thing. There is a very limited stock available, as our troubles with that evil monster, Customs, means that we may never be able to order these things again.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so when they're gone, they are most likely gone forever. This particular one comes pre-hugged by me.
It's true.
But it is also, I don't even get one because that's,
Yeah, we don't get to dibs Dracuses. We have to adopt them like everyone else if we want one.
Right.
And just as a
And
note, if you enjoyed that absolutely delightful Dracus story writing, as we mentioned earlier, that was the work of our very own Beth, or Captain Macbeth in the chat. And if you enjoyed it, sign up for the newsletter, because it contains so many more little gems of so many varieties from our brilliant Beth. So, just a pro tip if you enjoyed that fun little dramatic reading.
ooh, Eric brings up a good point. I would buy it, but I'm still waiting on the book I bought in March. That's a good question. Would that by chance be the Battleground? I'm just wondering if that's the book you're waiting for.
And if not, we can have
because if it
somebody
is-
talk to you about it.
Yes, we
Figure
will
it out.
definitely have you talking. Please do let us know. If it is Battleground, that's got its own particular epic story, among which is the thing that just got released last month, but also other things as well, like interesting supply chain problems. But please do let us know. We understand how aggravating it can be waiting for things. And we are waiting for Mary Robinette Cowell's signed book 3. Huh.
Email
Well,
us.
we will definitely look at that. The name of the 10th anniversary edition. I know we did run out for a while, but I know we also have new ones in now. So I'm sure they're on their way. And thank you for bringing that up. This is, just so you know, this is definitely a place you can air your grievances and say what's going on, because we will absolutely be letting you know and getting back to you on those things. Yeah. In fact, believe me, Mike is going to get a talking to after this, where I say, please, Mike, tell me what's going on.
Mike, help.
Yes.
Our warehouse wizard.
Yes.
Hey, Gray, will you tell me
Yes.
about Libro?
I will tell you about Libro.
Oh,
In
that's
fact,
not it. That's not the thing.
I have a costume change.
That's the
talking about
thing.
Libro.
Da-na-na-na-na-na. Quick change. On screen, quick change.
There we go. All right. So one thing about Worldbuilders is that Worldbuilders Market is basically a bookstore. We sell books. We are a New York Times reporting bookstore. And one of the things that we have not been able to do is to sell audiobooks until now. We have teamed up with Libro.fm to have our own bookstore. And you'll see now, if you go to worldbuildersmarket.com, you'll see on the top menu now there's a place where you can click to purchase audiobooks. And a lot of you might be saying, well, I already have Audible. And I'm like, you know what? I had Audible too. And then I enjoyed Audible for many years. And then I said, you know what? When I heard about Libro has an ability for people to support local bookstores, not just Amazon. So you can do this a couple of ways. If you click on any of the links on the audiobooks tab in Worldbuilders, you will be able to just go right to our particular bookstore, and any audiobook you order or a new membership that you get, you can get a year-long subscription and things like that. That part of that will help support our work. But you can also go in, and if you sign up with Libro, you can choose which bookstore you want to support with your account. So for example, and I mean, obviously, we want you to support Worldbuilders, but you know what? There's a lot of great bookstores out there. So I can tell you that half the time I support Worldbuilders with my own personal Libro subscription, and the other half of the time I support A Room of One's Own in Madison, Wisconsin, which is another one of my favorite bookstores. Jamie, do you have a favorite bookstore that you like?
Yeah,
Over
there's
there in
actually
Seattle?
one in Redmond called McDonald Books.
Mhm.
And it is like a classic stacked to the ceiling bookstore, and they're always really willing to just like, hey, here is my wish list of books, and they'll do all the ordering. So I love them, and I love supporting them, and it's part of my decentralizing my shopping from Amazon is using either Libro or going straight to the bookstore. So yeah, I'm super excited for this partnership.
So
Thingy.
yeah, we support the whole idea of it in general. We specifically when we were doing our research saying, are they legit? We asked Corey Doctorow, who's going to be working with us on some of that end of year, something to look forward to stuff. And he said, oh yeah, tell them that I sent you. They're great. So I've been really happy with it. We're going to be giving you some recommendations of books that we like. If you go on that webpage, you can see one of Jamie's recommendations, one of Beth's recommendations, a book that I just finished reading, which is called The First Sister, listening to, which is like The Handmaid's Tale meets The Expanse. It's really good, with a little bit of Dune thrown in, to be honest with you. But yeah, so, and neat fact, on Libro FM, when they have the most gifted books, I think it was number 4 or 5, is Name of the Wind by Patrick Rothfuss. So, yeah. So yeah, we're excited. We get to offer these things. Yeah, Turbo Hoodie, it's a trip. We are very excited to add this. We're going to be eventually adding in links to all the books that we sell so that you could purchase them either hardcover or as an audiobook. And we will certainly be letting you know more as we go along. But in the meantime, just know that it's available. If you are someone who does like audiobooks or know someone who does, please feel free to be a part of it and let us know what we can do to make it better too.
Just was fixing an audio or answering an audio question for myself real quick. It is time, everyone, to move forward in our script, the mythical script, and talk about trivia.
Script is a lie.
The script is a lie. It's Trivia Tuesday.
It is.
And this happens to be... Oh, that'll drive me crazy. Hold on just a second. One moment, please, everyone.
Shoot. I should have had the right background up.
Thanks, Dennis. So this week is actually my trivia question, and it is one of my absolute favorite movies of all time. Rough and Rumbling, the 2015 film Mad Max Fury Road, is a high-octane, post-apocalyptic, action-packed adventure. Who won an Academy Award for the editing of this film? Who knows in chat? Who knows?
Go ahead and shout it out.
Shout it out. This is when
Sing
you
her
can.
name loud and strong.
It is Margaret Sixel.
Yes.
And you should absolutely... Yeah, the last of the V8 Interceptors. George Miller's wife, absolutely. In the tradition of incredible editor wives making something usable out of their brilliant husband's work, it is such a great partnership. And I love reading interviews about the filming of that movie. If you've never really looked into it, most of those effects were practical. The people who worked on set were very, very, it was a very extreme stunt environment. And even the older women, the Vuvulani of the, in the desert, many of them did their own motorcycle stunts, which I think is so awesome. They hired a bunch of 70-year-old women and went out and did motorcycle stunts in the desert. So cool.
Yes, that is it. Absolutely. I have a Mad Max Fury Road background that I sometimes use, but I kept my Doctor Who one up today. I don't know why.
All right.
So next week's Trivia Tuesday is, remember, don't comment on this one.
This one is the no comments in chat, even if you know it.
Even if you know it. Everybody knows that the cake is a lie, but what was the name of the former Aperture Science employee who wrote it on the wall? You can DM us your answer, direct message it, to come in a month. And when I say DM us, I don't mean say, you're looking at a door, there's a torch on the left-hand side, what do you do? I mean, send us the answer in direct message through one of our various social media outlets, and we will enter you into the end of the month. And the end of the month is coming up quick.
Yep.
So
next week on Tuesday, we will have a winner for the last month.
Go north. You cannot go north. There is nothing to the north. There's a wall.
A Dracus eats you.
A Dracus eats you. Yeah. It is getting very, very dark. You are likely to be eaten by a Dracus.
Exactly. All right, and now it is time for the game of the week.
The game of the week.
Someday
All
we'll have
right.
little like 90s stinger intros to everything.
Tell you what, if you submit your answer in text adventure form to the DM, we will give you an extra entry.
2 points. Two
Yes.
entries for text adventure form for creativity.
All right. Speaking
So,
of adventures,
we've got another story this week because I really love the story behind the game of the week this week. After the Romans left Britain over 30 years ago, the Picts and the Scots have been slowly gaining power, and they're pushing farther and farther inland. Having few options left, Vortigern, the great chieftain of Britain, has asked the Saxon brothers, Hengist and Horsa, to help defend Britain. You and your brother agree to help, but when you went to collect your fee, driven by greed, Vortigern refuses to pay. For there was only one thing he loved more than his people, himself.
what's the problem with the gig economy?
Gig economy. Leaving empty-handed was not an option, so you decide to take matters into your own hands. You have good maps, strong fighters, and stout boats. The coast is littered with villages, towns, monasteries, and estates. You will take what is rightfully yours. Who will win the thrilling hunt for fame and fortune, Hengist or Horsa? In Hengist, both players compete for the same treasure tiles. A player who reaches a treasure tile with a raiding group gets the tile. That's basically how it works. I love that this entire game is based on spite. It's a spite game. It is who wins at beating up this guy that screwed us over. And I think that is great and hilarious.
Yes, very true.
Thank you.
And yes, Jamie, you do have a great reading voice.
And it's also a very quick game, 20 minutes. So you can get that 10% off in the store this week.
Hey, Jamie, if I stall with my costume change, can you possibly throw up the Geeks, I'm a Geek and I Vote image?
I can sure try.
Otherwise, I can always say, you may have noticed, costume change number 2.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Da-da-da.
Actually don't know if I have.
I am wearing a particular, actually, you know what, don't worry about the image because I have the stickers right here. If you place an order between the last few days ago and say November 3rd, you will receive in your package a sticker designed by our very own Zoe. It says, I am a geek and I vote. And we are just saying, you know, we don't care how you vote, but we may care how you vote. We're not going to tell you how to vote. And we just want everybody to vote. So you can show your geek pride. We're basically putting one sticker in for every order. However, if you want more, if you know a lot of geeks, and I know you do, feel free to say that you want to have more stickers in the note to sender. And also, if you're like, I got enough stuff, if you just go into the donations, worldbuilders.org/donate, any donation over $5 will get a sticker mailed to them as our way of saying thanks. It is a great design, and we really appreciate that she was able to put that together, and we are encouraging people to get out there and vote. You know that Dane County, which is my former home county, recently broke 50% of voter turnout for the first time, which
That's awesome.
was pretty amazing. So
Good.
I am glad that we're getting more of the vote out. And
a sticker is always just the best little reward. I love stickers.
Yes. Which is also a good thing to bring up before we say, because the next thing on the script is tune in next week, except next week is election day. And is there a show next week? Glad you asked. Good segue. Here's the answer. Yes and no. We are not going to have a live show next week. We believe at Worldbuilders that the election day should be a paid holiday, and so all of our staff will be invited to do that. That being said, we will have something playing on our Twitch stream at this time, so you can feel free to see something. And as for what it is, well, You'll just have to wait and see, and now you have something to look forward to.
Hey.
Hey, see what I did there? Yeah. But yeah, we just want election coverage. Oh man, deliberately election not coverage. Yeah. Causato says I'd love to have election day off or even half a day. Yeah, I would. I think that it's a shame that it's not. It's nice that the Worldbuilders board of directors said that they absolutely support and believe that. So we're going to make sure that we have the entire day off so that people don't have to rush to try and vote, and they can take their time. Or like I actually have already voted by mail, which honestly is its own kind of terrifying because there's nothing I can do about it now. But I'll be working as a poll worker, which is another kind of terrifying. But other people can also do whatever self-care is needed, because these days it's kind of rough out there. Something like the puppy bowl. Yeah, we can have the Dracus bowl. 24-hour Dracus cam. That'll be.
I think dogs should vote.
If you do get a sticker and you use it, please post it to social media or send us a picture or tag us on it so we can share it and show that.
Heck yeah. Just tag us in social media for all sorts of stuff. We love to see how your day is.
Yes,
it's
absolutely.
Me. I'm the social media.
Yeah. All right. So we do want to have more suggestions. Get Worldbuilders Cake Cam with Gary. Oh yes, that's right. I do remember that. Who are some of your other favorite creators, authors, gamers, and developers or artists? If there's someone in particular you'd like us to have there, watch the Dracus Cam. Okay, we could. Now we know it needs to be the Dracus Cam. We would love to you to let us know by tagging us on Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook. And of course, you know where Worldbuilders Market is for rare, unique, common, and occasionally epic level items. Autographed editions of your favorite books, tabletop games, art, homewares, and so much more fun geek stuff. Plus, every purchase supports our mission of geeks doing good. And you can always email questions, compliments, suggestions, or Dracus names to questions@worldbuilders.org. And can we get one of those vibrating football tables and just put a couple of Draci on it? So little conveyor belts, you know, kind of little traveling Draci. All right. Well, now we're going to also mix it up a little bit because we realize there's a bit of an error.
There's a flaw in the system.
A flaw in the system in that while we've been saying the same word Vivamoose at the end, the whole idea is that, is that we say it and then when you say it, we know it's there. But if you already know the word, you can say it before we even say it. So we are going to keep to the theme, but we are going to use variations on that theme.
Keep you on your toes in the theme.
Yeah. So
are you ready?
Today, nobody say it. Viva Caribou. I had a nightmare where caribou had basically started taking over. Started with deer, and then it went on to elk, and then it was caribou and moose that were taking over the world and things.
If a moose wanted to take over the world, though, it could. Those things are like the size of a truck. I'm very scared of moose. Really.
It is now. Please stop guessing, because if you accidentally guess the thing that I am actually thinking, at least it even works. Okay. So from Worldbuilders, great to see you all.
Thanks so much for joining us.
We'll have something on next week. Please stay safe out there. Viva Dracamoose.
Viva Dracamoose.
There it is.
Bye, everybody.